Straight razor shave number 98 using Barrister and Mann Reserve Waves. And the brush will be Declaration Grooming B7 28mm. Reloaded the brush. Save some time. Second time using this brush and this knot. I am finding that this thing doesn't splay as much, doesn't bloom as wide as some of the other knots. Which is fine. I do have B7 Plus on the way, which essentially is just whatever knot it is with bleached tips. B7 reminds me of B9A, high level, good softness, a little bit of scritch, a great all-arounder. Max Sprecher 8/8, Spanish point. I'm working with almost 2 days of growth. Black Friday packages are starting to come in. Another brush just arrived today. B9A Plus. Looking forward to see how that works. Unfortunately, no updates on the Wolfman yet. Still in Canada, based on the tracking. Hopefully it comes sometime in the coming week. Relaxing. As mentioned, Reserve is one of my favorite bases. Whoa, that didn't sound good. Don't worry, Sprecher's fine. What am I doing? Brush. Let's have a nice relaxing shave today. There was a topic I wanted to bring up, regarding, the whole idea came from, the desire to get like a nice example of a weighted butcher, 1800s, late 1800s, older than your grandparents type of straight razor. But having gotten this razor, the Sprecher, I no longer have that desire. It's nice that we always think about the charm, or if this thing could tell stories. And then we try to preserve it, try to restore it, giving you scales and all that. That's nice and all. But then, what about these? These things sort of can't tell stories these days. We're around here with these straight razors. And I'm telling my story. Crafted by Master Bladesmith Max Sprecher. Commissioned for some guy in the Northeast. who decided to revert or play around with a more barbaric way of shaving. And it was born in the middle of a pandemic. When humans, mankind, decided to quarantine themselves to stay safe. In 100 years from now, what do you think people will be shaving with? In 100 years from now, we're gonna have flying robots with lasers on them, and they're gonna precision cut with a laser the hair, like perfect BBS each time, without you doing anything. Just don't move. Probably could move and they'll still get everything just right. And then all this gear that we bought, this thing is gonna end up in a museum one day. It's fun to think about that stuff, huh? All right. Good shade, no blood. B7 knot is a good all-arounder. A little bit soft with a little bit of scritch, but it doesn't splay super wide, and it doesn't bloom, because after I use some badger brushes, they bloom like crazy, but this one doesn't do that much. And reserve waves, great base, dense but thin, not voluminous, and it smells not so much like the ocean, or that's not too aquatic, but it gives you that vibe. It's a little light blue vibe, and it feels very old school aftershave like. All right, that's Straight Razor Shave 98. Two more.